I fell into the electricity industry by complete chance as a holiday job, and it was at a time of massive change in the electricity industry, so it was a huge challenge and I just loved it from day one. I'm lucky enough to live on the coast and I'm surrounded by generation. So I've got a nuclear power station just across the water from me, and next to it lots of onshore wind farms, and also there's a solar farm as well just down the coast. I am a complete energy obsessive, in fact to the point that my family just tell me to stop talking about it at all times. They're completely bored. Electricity is a really interesting commodity. When people turn on their light switch, they demand that electricity is there instantly. That's the biggest challenge of the electricity industry and the thing we have to plan for at all times. My name's Tracey Granger and I run the European data analytics team for Energy Exemplar. The energy system is highly connected and getting more interconnected. We have to figure out how to move from a reliance on fossil fuels and still keep the lights on. So Energy Exemplar works with all energy companies across the entire value chain: fossil fuel companies, renewables, producers, generators, transmission system operators, consultants. Everybody in the energy sector has to forecast what's going to happen in the future, and the best way of doing that is to build a model so you can run multiple scenarios of the key drivers. At Energy Exemplar we've built PLEXOS, which is software that helps you build those models and run the different scenarios. If you can put your problem or your question into a formula, then PLEXOS can help you solve it.
The energy landscape is evolving, shifting from fossil fuels to an increased focus on renewable sources. This increases complexity and interdependence. Renewable energy generation is intermittent, and large-scale storage solutions for it are still limited. But to keep the lights on, supply must match demand. PLEXOS helps global energy players analyze these uncertainties so they can make smarter, data-driven decisions. It can simulate the entire energy ecosystem and beyond, creating scenarios to manage risks and guide short and long-term planning, which increases efficiency to keep costs down.
Software like PLEXOS is very powerful, it's very flexible, and really inject a large degree of reality into the modelling. Hi Brian, nice to see you.
Hey Tracey, yeah, been a while.
I wanted to ask you how you're getting on with PLEXOS.
Our main use case is for evaluating the future revenues for wind farms or solar farms.
ElectroRoute is one of the many companies we've been able to help make better decisions as they build new generation portfolios in renewables and other new technologies.
ElectroRoute is a renewables-focused energy trading company. My job involves predicting the revenues that a wind asset or solar generator or battery might earn in a market over the next 10 or 20 years into the future. So PLEXOS basically gives us a plethora of data and insights in all the markets that we're modelling. Energy markets can be extremely volatile, prices changing as often as every 5 minutes. And this poses a massive risk for both renewable assets and consumers, because renewable assets don't know how much money they'll be receiving for their electricity, and consumers don't know how much they'll be paying. So ElectroRoute can mitigate this risk by offering a wind farm or solar farm a fixed price for their electricity. So we can use PLEXOS then to come up with different potential outcomes to kind of quantify and evaluate the risks around offering a renewable asset a fixed price for such a long time. So we provide PLEXOS with thousands of data inputs ranging from weather data to fuel prices to energy demand patterns to generators. We feed these all into PLEXOS, and PLEXOS then produces at a very granular level of detail what the price of electricity might be over the next 10 to 20 years. PLEXOS doesn't provide absolute certainty of future outcomes, but it's invaluable for identifying risk and navigating the uncertainties of the future energy system. So basically with PLEXOS, it's easier to plan in the short term and long term, which informs traders and helps them make trading strategies around the future of renewables. I like to be optimistic about the energy transition, but I still think there's an awful lot of work to do.
I've always loved working in the energy industry. It never stops changing. It's always big problems to solve that are actually becoming increasingly complex and interesting. So it's a constant balancing act to make sure that you keep energy security and the lights on at all times at the best possible cost. Any big decisions we make in the market have to be carefully thought through. Moving too fast in these things could jeopardise energy security and also make energy a lot more expensive. And there's huge change yet to come, and it's exciting to know that we can influence it with technologies like PLEXOS.